YouTube, what's good? It's Amin, and we back with Couch Talk episode 15. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We gonna get straight into it. Chasing your dreams. It sounds glamorous, it sounds like love, but the truth is, it's harder than you think. Chasing your dreams is not easy. I learned that the hard way once I decided I didn't want to live a regular life anymore. So I got a question for you. What are you willing to sacrifice to turn your dreams into reality? I remember the exact moment when I made this decision. I had two choices. You either go work for somebody or you go work for yourself. Either way, you still gonna be working. And what's crazy is I had no idea that it'll cost me things, that it'll make me have to sacrifice so much. When I had this vision of exactly who I wanted to be, I'm not gonna say that I was scared. I wasn't scared because I felt like I always had that mindset to where I want to work for myself. I want to make my own money. I want to make my own hours. I can say there was multiple times where I was super uncertain, where I was like, damn, like, is this really for me? I'm looking at everything negative about myself. I'm looking at all of my weaknesses and I'm like, can I actually be this entrepreneurial person? Can I actually start a business? Can I actually have people working for me? You feel what I'm saying? All those feelings were just a lack of confidence in myself because I didn't know what I was going to do. I had a bunch of things in my head where I was like, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that, but I didn't know exactly what that was going to be that could change my life. So I had to do some deep work. I had to start with just trying shit out to see if I like it. I feel like a lot of people, you probably one of those people that's scared to start something because you're saying like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I never thought I would be doing something like this. But I'm a true believer. I'm a firm believer in if you haven't tried it, how would you know if you like it or not? If you haven't tried it, how would you know if you're good at it or not? It could have been the environment that you grew up in. It could have been the people that you were around that never gave you that mindset to see if you were good at something else other than doing the same thing that they were doing or doing the same thing that you've been doing for all your life. I spent countless nights trying to figure out who I truly was, bruh. Just going through the motion of everything, trying to see if I was going to be a rapper, trying to see if I was going to be a tattoo artist. Was I going to be like a motivational speaker? Was I going to be a content creator, personal trainer? What am I going to be? I asked myself so many times, what do you want to be? What's crazy is a lot of people feel like they don't have the time to actually sit down and think to themselves who they truly want to be. But I can say my childhood, how I grew up, it kind of played a major factor in who I am today. Because my mom was super strict. Like I was able to go outside and be outside all day, all night. Not strict like that, but as far as letting me go to like high school parties and stuff, she ain't really let me go. You feel me? Cause she was on the spiritual side. She was more religious. You feel what I'm saying? So she ain't want me hanging around certain people when it comes to people that she didn't know. That led me to be my own person and have a lot of alone time with myself to give me time to think of who I wanted to be. I wasn't around too many other people than the people that was on my block, you feel me? Even though we got into mad shit on that one little block, I wasn't able to just, travel around the city and, you feel me, see how everybody else is living. But I think that played a huge factor in why I'm able to be alone, why I'm able to focus on one thing because I didn't have too many other distractions. When it came to money, I couldn't just go around and ask people for money that was in my family or ask my mom for money because she was a single parent. You feel what I'm saying? So everything that she had, she was making sure the house was straight. Everything I had to work for. I had to get a job early on. I had to dibble dabble in other things that I felt was necessary for me to get what I want. So that gave me a hustler mentality. When it came to the people that I hung around and grew up around, I was on a different path than them. Not saying that their path was bad, but me, I was wanting a different type of life. So a lot of my friendships suffered over that, right? A lot of my friendships are not even there no more because I chose to lock in. I chose to just be alone and be by myself and focus on the success and nothing else. What's so crazy is sometimes I see my romantic relationship suffering because I'm so hyper-focused on success, so hyper-focused on doing what I'm doing every day that I don't give the necessary amount of time that I need to give to my significant other. That's something that I want you to realize. Like, you're gonna have relationships that suffer, bruh, because you're not gonna be able to give the amount of attention that they need in that relationship to keep it held together, to keep everybody happy. It's one of those sacrifices you gotta make to be successful. There was always points in time where I'll be like, yo, is this shit worth it, bro? Like, is everything I'm sacrificing, everything I'm doing, the time spent, like, is all this really worth it? And also, would it be worth it once I get to the life that I want to live? Because I often see wealthy people say the time and energy that they spent on a project or on becoming successful wasn't worth the sacrifices that they had to make with family. But I think a lot of people get to where they at and then they forget how I felt at the bottom. Like when you at the bottom, you fucked up, you depressed every single day. You don't want to do shit, you don't want to talk to nobody, and it's like a sinking hole. But honestly, that's just a decision that you got to make. Thinking about all the challenges that I faced, thinking about all the negative feelings that I faced, I can say all of it is definitely going to be worth it because I see what my end goal is. I see that I'm getting closer and closer to it. I see that I'm building as a man. I'm not looking at everything that I sacrificed as a negative thing, because what I'm doing is I'm building the life that I want. So I'll never be satisfied if I don't get it. I'll never be truly happy if I don't get it. So I want you to think about that. So now what I ask you is, what are you willing to give up for this journey? Relationships, money, friendships, family. What are you willing to give up? What's worth it to you and what's not worth it to you? Drop it down in the comments. Amin with Couch Talk episode 15. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching.